If you want to learn artificial intelligence, this video is for you. In this video, I will show you a complete roadmap on how to get started with AI. The first thing you need to do is to decide whether you want to code or you want to go with a no code option. There are plenty of platforms out there available which can create code for you based on your prompts like ChatGPT. These platforms have their cons and pros, so you have to do your own research on them before you decide. But the first step, regardless of which path you choose, is setting up your own work environment. So every time you look up a tutorial online on programming or artificial intelligence or anything related to computer science, you'll see some people running their programs on their specific PCs. So for you to be able to do the same, you will need a work environment on your own computer or laptop or whatever device you use. So for this, all you have to do is pick a language that you want to use. For our case, we are using Python because Python is very essential for AI and it's very beginner friendly. It's very easy to get started with and learning the code on Python. So the first actual step in order to get started with AI is setting up your own work environment on Python. This process is actually easy. It's not very complicated, and a full guide on how to do this will also be uploaded on this channel in the near future. The second step after you set up your work environment is learning the basics of programming. Now, regardless of what path you choose, coding, low coding, or no coding at all, it is absolutely essential to have the basics of programming. Without these basics, you can't do anything in the computer science field. So the first thing you need to do is learn the basics of Python. Learn how to print hello world or learn how to make a basic calculator for additions and subtractions in Python. After that, you can transition into learning various libraries in Python that are used in AI like NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. These libraries are used for data manipulation like adding columns to a table, deleting a column from a table, and data visualization like using a graph or a pie chart. Whenever you run a machine learning program for research, the end result data will be shown in the form of a graph or a pie chart. This is done for the convenience of your end users or anyone reading the data. So, learning libraries that help you in data manipulation, data visualization is absolutely crucial and essential for learning AI. While learning programming, it's also important that you learn basics of Git and GitHub. GitHub is a website which is used to share programs and repositories of other people. You can share your own repositories here too. So anytime you need something or anytime you need help with programming, you can type your queries in GitHub and there's most likely a program for that. So let's say I want to build a snake game. You know, the game that everyone plays on Nokia mobiles, right? So let's do that. So as soon as I type that, there's a code right here, snake game using Python. So you can just open this and you'll have the code for it, code or related documents based on that. So this is just a related document, and this is the main.py file which contains the program. So this is it. Basically, if you copy paste this and run this on your own work environment, you'll have this game or the code on your system. So the first thing you want to do while learning Python or any coding is trying to replicate this code by studying it. So you want to reverse engineer this code and try to replicate it on your own. This works for any field, not just programming. For example, let's take artists. So artists learn how to draw based on other people's drawings. They don't just do their designs first. They start by replicating other people's designs and they learn how to do their own thing later. So that's the same thing with programming too. Go to GitHub or any other online resource, get your first initial programs and try to do reverse engineering of these programs. So what happens when you keep doing this reverse engineering is you will learn what type of programs you like and what type of programs you do not like. So you can pick a field of AI that you want to specialize in. For example, deep learning or data science, big data. There's a various amounts of fields in AI. So you will try a little on everything and pick one which you want to specialize in based on your preference or your job requirements. After you're done with that, you want to go really deep and understand everything there is to do with your specific specialization. And for this, you can use tools like Kaggle. Kaggle is also another online resource, but this one is not so much for sharing code. This one is a teaching tutorials type of website. So when you come to Kaggle, you'll see a lot of things here. This is just code, Python, logistic regressions, fertilizer recommendation. There's a lot of things here. If you pick any of this, they will teach you what you want to know, like what kind of inputs, outputs, and what type of codes you want to write. This is a very solid resource. This helps out a lot of programmers. So I really recommend you go and check out GitHub and Kaggle. And no, this video is not any sponsorship video. These are genuinely very good resources that you want to use. And after you are done with learning some basics and you have done your own projects, it's very important that you share these projects on open source programs like GitHubs or Kaggle or something else, because when you do this kind of stuff, you will also help the community learn your own knowledge, right? So for any other beginners that come after you, they will be able to learn from your knowledge, and you'll also get feedback from your seniors if you have done any mistakes or if you have any misconceptions on your programs. And not only these things, but when you try to explain what you already know to someone else, you'll get a deeper understanding of your own knowledge and your own shortcomings or your own gaps in knowledge in the specific field. So whenever you're studying for anything, you want to surround yourself with like-minded individuals, join a community that thrives in being together and programming together. So we'll also be creating a Discord server for programmers. We'll post the link for that down in the description, so join that if you are interested. Next, after you are done with learning the basics, you're on Kaggle, you're learning basics there too. The next step is to monetize your skills. And to monetize your skills, you want to upload all of your projects that you have worked on GitHub, make a portfolio and attach it to your resume. You want to make a really nice resume that is friendly towards the bots that automatically sort resumes for the companies. So if you already don't know this, companies use AI and bots to automatically sort the hundreds and thousands of applications they get for every job role. So if you want to stand out, you want to make a resume and portfolio that is friendly towards that bot. And there's also a lot of tutorials on how to do this online, so just go for that. You'll find many templates on it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the basics on how to get started with AI. We'll go in depth and in much more detail in this channel in the near future. So if you want to stay updated on that, make sure to subscribe. And another important thing in AI or any field is being completely updated and constantly learning, because even if you learn everything there is to learn about AI for today, some new things about AI will come to light, or new features of AI will come to light in the future, right? AI is constantly evolving, so you have to be constantly upskilling yourself. That's very important. Well, yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. Consider becoming the member for Discord community if you want to surround yourself with like-minded individuals and coders. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.